So Brawl Stars is going to completely rework Ranked in the next update, and we were given some insider info on the upcoming changes. I made a video that was basically my knee-jerk reaction to the changes, and I'll be completely honest, that video showcased a terrible understanding of the new changes on my end. I fixated on the negatives and said that the Ranked rework as a whole was negative, when that's actually not the case. There were a couple negatives, sure, but the positives outweigh the negatives in my opinion. My video was a poor reflection of that, and I apologize as a content creator for submitting a half-assed assessment of the rework. This video will hopefully be a more clear and comprehensive review of the upcoming changes. I'm going to go over my thoughts on each new feature of the rework in order of what was shown in the in-game article. And without further ado, let's talk. It's important to keep in mind that the dev team has 5 main goals for the Ranked rework. To make Ranked more competitive, to make more players interested in Ranked, to reward players for playing Ranked, to make new Ranked seasons fresh and exciting, and to make Ranked features more profitable. That last goal is something that I kinda don't feel too good about because while the first 4 seem like cool ways to improve the Ranked experience, the 5th goal just seems like the devs want to somehow monetize Ranked. Already, in my mind, I'm getting a bunch of red flags, especially considering that Brawl Stars is riding the coattails of its record year of revenue, and they're worried about monetization still. Like, it just seems weird to me. But anyway, moving on. The Pro Pass is a new way to collect rewards in Ranked. It will work very similarly to the Brawl Pass, except you can only earn Pro Pass XP by playing Ranked games, ranking up in Ranked, and watching esports broadcasts. Additionally, Pro Passes last for 4 months instead of 1. The reason why it lasts for 4 months is because Brawl Stars hosts 3 major esports events across the year. The Brawl Cup in May, the Last Chance qualifiers in September, and the World Finals in November. The Pro Pass sounds really cool. However, where the devs lose me is where they announce that there's a paid track of the Pro Pass, because everything needs a paid version, I guess, that can be bought for $25. When I first heard $25, I was immediately turned off because that's a crazy price tag to put on a pass. But to be fair, this is for a pass that lasts for 4 months. It's slightly cheaper than buying 4 Brawl Passes over 4 months, and definitely cheaper than buying 4 Brawl Pass Pluses over 4 months. However, my issue with the Pro Pass is, why? Why does this exist? The reason why this exists is related to the team's 2nd and 3rd goals, to make Ranked more interesting and rewarding. Will this Pro Pass accomplish those goals? On paper, yes, because players would get more rewards by playing Ranked. But if you're like me and don't really care about Ranked due to the sweaty, competitive atmosphere, then this change doesn't really mean anything. Personally, I don't care about reaching higher ranks. I reached as high as Mythic 3, which according to the dev team places me around the 95th percentile of players. But honestly, I'm not capable of going any further. I know what my limits are, and legendary ranks and above just aren't possible for me. And that's okay. Normally, I would just climb to Mythic if I care enough to do so and call it there for the ranked season. However, it seems like the dev team is pushing us to play Ranked more and making more of our progression come from playing Ranked, which is a bit of a shame because I don't want to go through the roller coaster of constantly gaining and losing elo. It's not like losing trophies to where it's like, oh, that's okay, I'll play a different mode or a different brawler. It's not a fun experience, and while yeah, the ideal solution to that would be to just get better at the game, I still want to actually enjoy playing the game. We all have those sessions to where after a few ranked losses, you don't even want to touch the game, let alone play it. I've had plenty of those. You're probably wondering, why are you complaining about a buff to progression? Because on the surface level, it seems like a buff to progression. The truth is, however, we don't know if it is. It's possible that the devs will take progression away from other sources like the Brawl Pass and the Trophy Road to compensate for the Pro Pass. That's what they did with Star Drops when they were first introduced. Also, again, as someone who doesn't like playing Ranked for prolonged periods, I don't like the fact that I'm going to miss out on a good bit of progression in an economy where progression is becoming less and less meaningful with the release of new brawlers, hypercharges, gears, and more. After all, Ranked always used cosmetic rewards to entice players to playing, even back when Ranked was Power League. To be fair, back then the economy was super different. There were fewer ways to get bling and, at the time, star points from other sources. Ranked was the main source of these cosmetic currencies, other than trophy reset. Now let me make one thing clear. The upcoming rework is technically a buff in progression, assuming that the devs don't pull progression from the Brawl Pass or Trophy Road. However, the means of getting said progression is just unfun to me. I don't want to have to push rank to get it, and it'll be worse if, again, they nerf the Brawl Pass or Trophy Road to accommodate for the Pro Pass. Now, with the introduction of the Pro Pass, we're also getting a new kind of skin, Pro Skins. Pro skins, according to the article, are skins that can be upgraded up to 11 times for extra effects and cosmetics. These upgrades include pittons, profile icons, and special visual effects for the skin, but Pro skins have a few new features that have never been seen before in-game. If you upgrade a Pro skin 7 times, for example, you get an animated brawler card, which I think is similar to the rank and fame backgrounds that show up at the beginning of the match. The 8th upgrade will give you the skin special, spawn, and respawn effects. Initially, I thought that the Pro skins didn't make sense, and I struggled to understand why this is an addition to the game. Well, I still feel that way. What's the purpose of having upgradable skins, other than to entice players to spend money to get said upgrades? Fortnite does a similar thing too, to where some skins have upgrades that you need to obtain, and I never understood how that makes sense. If I get the skin, just give me everything included in the skin. I don't want to have to work for something that I already have. I personally don't see the purpose of upgrading skins, but I'd be lying if I didn't tell you that I'm kind of excited to see the different effects that the skin comes with. Also, to give credit where credit's due, if you complete the free track of the Pro Pass, you can get enough upgrades to get a free legendary skin. That, at least, is pretty cool. Another part of the ranked rework is the introduction of Pro Rank, the new highest rank in the game. With Pro Rank entering the game, Masters Rank will now have 3 different tiers, similar to every other rank below it. So you'll no longer be in just Masters. You'll be in either Masters 1, Masters 2, or Masters 3. Additionally, it'll become even harder to get to Masters because each tier in Legendary requires 750 ELO instead of the usual 500. In Masters, you need 1000 ELO to promote a tier. This change is in place because competitive players felt that it was too easy to reach the highest rank, and that there's no real reason or reward for reaching the highest rank unless you're on the local or global ranked leaderboards. Getting to the highest rank will now be even harder because once you reach Mythic, you can be demoted down to a previous rank. Before, once you reached a rank, whether it's Mythic, Legendary, Masters, or whatever, you couldn't tilt below that rank. Now, for Mythic and above, you can fall out of a rank if you lose too many games. Additionally, once you reach Legendary, wins will reward less ELO and losses will take away more ELO. The rank boosts that you get at the beginning of new seasons have been lowered dramatically as well. Also, if your friends are too lower or higher ranked than you can't play ranked with them. I'll admit, these changes sound really scary, especially for casual players, but they're also really good because in all honesty, the top rank isn't meant for everyone. Not everybody is meant to be in Legendary or Masters or coming soon Pro. That's completely fine. These changes serve as an incentive for players to increase their overall game sense and actually try in ranked. An issue that would commonly pop up with the old system is that once someone gets to a certain rank, they stop caring about games and make decisions that negatively impact the team. With this rework, if people try to do that, they will be punished, so it motivates them not to do it. Here's a couple more things about the changes in the rank system. Rank reset will no longer reset everyone to bronze. Instead, you'll be put in a new rank based on the rank you ended the previous season in. I absolutely love this change. It was always a slog to have to start over every time a new ranked season came. This is a good change and will make ranks make more sense in the early part of the season. Also, once you reach Mythic rank, you have to have at least 12 Power 11 Brawlers instead of Power 9. This means that you can only use Brawlers that you have upgraded to Power 11 going forward. Again, an amazing change. It was always frustrating to see people pick Power 9 Brawlers with no gears, gadgets, or star powers. So now we're gonna see people pick Power 11 Brawlers with no gears, gadgets, or star powers. Sarcasm aside, this is genuinely a great change. I really like this. Ranked will also have two major gameplay changes. The first change is that modifiers will no longer be a part of Ranked. Every Ranked game will be a classic match. Now, I know casual players won't like this change, and I'll admit, I'll miss the modifiers too. However, this is a necessary change for Ranked, because there will be a bigger and better emphasis on raw skill and game sense as opposed to cheesing with the modifiers. Also, it'll be easier for players to improve their skill by playing matches without mods. Again, it's a shame that the mods are going away, but this makes the most sense for competitive play. The second change applies more to the entire game as a whole, but it'll also impact Ranked in a huge way. Gadgets are getting completely reworked. Instead of being used up to 3 or 4 times a match, gadgets now have infinite uses, but are accompanied with a countdown ranging from 7 to 30 seconds depending on the ability. This sounds really scary for 2 reasons. One, the meta is going to be completely different after the update. Literally no one can predict who's going to be strong and who's going to be weak due to these changes. 2, and I'm being completely real here, the dev team has proven that they are unable to balance the game. Over the course of the last year, we've had a bunch of new brawlers broken on release, hypercharges that are either dog shit or the shit, just a bunch of balancing issues in general. I have very little faith in the new gadgets being balanced. I really don't, but hey, we'll see. Ranked mode will also try to integrate new game modes in its rotation as a way to make new seasons fresh and exciting. This is actually really cool because ever since Knockout was added, Ranked had the same modes for a long time, and even the same maps for a while. New seasons didn't feel new, which made season resets seem pointless. To be clear, the devs aren't adding any new modes in the ranked season. Instead, they'll test potential candidates by making them available in trophies. Then, if people like it and see the competitiveness of the mode, they'll integrate it into Ranked. This is honestly awesome, because not only will Ranked feel different, but this also changes another issue that the game had for a while, the lack of meaningful game modes. Giving these game modes the opportunity to become competitive would make them more meaningful to the game, at least more meaningful than a temporary game mode that will go away after a certain time. I'm excited to see how this will work. I honestly can't wait. So I mentioned earlier that once you reach Mythic, you have to have 12 Power 11 Brawlers to continue playing Ranked. Well, every season, there will be 3 trial Brawlers that players can take into Ranked, fully maxed out with gadgets, gears, star powers, and hypercharges to boot. These Brawlers will only be available in Ranked and will go away at the end of every season. The intention behind this is to allow players to try out new brawlers and fill in team gaps when needed, but honestly, I'm kinda worried about this change. Ranked is supposed to be a competitive place where players use their game sense, game awareness, and pure skill to climb up the ranks and become a pro. Ranked isn't a place to try out new brawlers, so the trial brawler system seems kinda counterintuitive. That's just me though. I know I've been pretty negative in this video, so I could just be wrong, but I can definitely see matches being lost just because someone picks a brawler they have no idea how to play, but only play it because it's a trial brawler. Just something to think about. These last few improvements I'm just going to go over rapid fire. Ranked Star Drops can drop Pro Pass XP and skin upgrade items 8 months after the release of the skin. Honestly, don't feel anything about that. Ranked Battle Cards have a fresh new look, and honestly, they look really cool, a massive improvement from the old ones. I saw that a lot of people didn't like the new cards, and that honestly shocked me. Let me know what you guys think of them in the comments. Ranked seasons will start on the 3rd Thursday of each month instead of starting in conjunction with the new Brawl Pass season. Honestly, I don't know why it's like this. It always made sense to start a new Brawl Pass season with a new ranked season. This just makes the timing of the new seasons feel off. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. You will always see the current rank of the players in your game instead of the mastery of that brawler. Again, don't know why this is necessary. I'd personally feel better knowing that my teammates have experience with the brawler they're playing rather than seeing their rank, especially since you'll be matched up with people closer to the same rank as you anyway. If I cared about ranks, I'd go to the battle log at the end of the match. You can also favorite brawlers in the rework. Favorited brawlers will be the first brawlers ordered in the selection menu. This should make the brawler selection phase easier for people like me, who really just use the same 5 or 6 brawlers in ranked. So that's everything we know that's coming in the ranked rework. All in all, there are more good things about the rework than bad, but honestly, I still don't like the rework. I don't think I'll enjoy it very much. It's not the developer's fault. If anything, it's my fault because I'm not the best at this game. Like I said earlier, I peaked at Mythic 3 in Ranked and have never been able to push higher than that. They're making Ranked a lot harder for me to progress, and consequentially, a lot harder for me to enjoy. I'll probably be hard stuck Diamond 3 or Mythic 1 going into the rework if I'm lucky, and it's going to be a sucky experience to say the least. I personally do not like this rework. I really don't. But at the same time, I have to admit that this rework is objectively better than what Ranked is currently. I'm sure there will be people who will enjoy this, and if you're one of those people, let me know in the comments. Or if you don't enjoy these changes, let me know. Also, I know I made a video earlier that showcased my knee-jerk reaction to these changes, but honestly, that video was put together so horribly that I think it deserves a remake. Especially since the video focused on the negative more than the positives, despite the positives outweighing the negatives. This is objectively a good rework, but I know that I won't enjoy it. I won't like Rank 2.0, and that's that. Thanks for watching, and let me know what you guys think about the changes. I'm really interested to see what you guys think about it. Brawl Talk will most likely be on the 22nd. If not, then I don't freaking know. But for now, take care of each other and love each other, and peace.